Hello and welcome to another episode of Bob Johnson's Computer Stuff Inc. We are the leading Toughbook experts and leading refurbishers for Panasonic Toughbooks. I'm your host Sally, and today we'll be removing the main system board from the Panasonic Toughbook CF-30. First, what we need to do is we need to remove the keyboard bezel. So there are 4 screws that hold down the keyboard bezel in place. I've marked them with red circles as to make it easier to know where they are. Make sure to keep track of all your screws. You can remove them with a small Phillips head screwdriver. As you remove them, next you need to remove the keyboard bezel. Just lift it out of place. I recommend lifting from the center. It makes it a lot easier. Afterwards, there's a small screw right by the keyboard cable cover. You must remove this. You can use a small Phillips head screwdriver to do this. Once you remove this screw, then you must remove the keyboard cable cover. So there are 7 screws that hold the keyboard cable cover in place. Make sure to keep track of all the screws. Lift the keyboard cable cover. There may be a piece of tape over top. Just lift the tape. Now there is a keyboard. Oh, excuse me. There's a few ribbon cables that are connecting the keyboard to the system board, which need to be removed. There are clips. Just lift the clips, and you'll be able to slide the ribbon cable out. This is a backside illuminated keyboard, so there's actually an extra ribbon cable running to the system board. Lift the clips and you'll be able to remove the cable. Next, there is a long piece of tape in front of the LCD cable cover. Remove the 2 screws for the hinge cover first. Next, you have to lift the Toughbook, and there is a extra screw on the back end holding the hinge cover into place. Remove the hinge. Remove the screw for the hinge cover, and open up the Toughbook CF-30 back, and then there will be a LCD cable cover. Lift the hinge cover out of place. Next, you just have to remove the LCD cable cover, and there's about 3 more screws remaining. I've marked them with red circles so that they're easily identifiable. Okay, the tape's out of the way, the screws are removed. Now you can lift the LCD cable cover up. If you have trouble doing this, there is a tutorial on this. I put the link in the bio. And there's also a card, so just click that card on the corner. But you have to remove the LCD cables now from the system board, because of course you're removing the system board, so they do not need to be connected. You remove the LCD cable cover 1, and then there's the second one, which is connected as well. You can just lift that one up pretty much with your hand. You don't really have to use any type of screwdriver for that. Next, on the back end of the computer, your back plate should already be off. There are 6 screws that need to be removed that hold the main chassis in place. You can use a small Phillips head screwdriver to do this. I've marked the screws with red circles so that they are easily identifiable. Be sure to keep track of these screws, as we will be replacing the main system board. in the second tutorial. Make sure to keep track of all your screws as you'll be replacing the main chassis when you replace the main system board. You also have to remove the USB board. It is overlapping the main chassis, so there's also a tutorial I will link in the video so that way you will know how to exactly do this. But there's a screw and you lift the main USB board out of place. Next, you have to disconnect the two ribbon cables from the I/O board. There are two clips on each side of the ribbon cables which have to be lifted, which you must lift out of place. I usually use a small Phillips head screwdriver or a flathead screwdriver to do this. It makes it a lot easier as these ribbon cables are very fine and the clips are very fine as well. Now simply slide the ribbon cable out of the connector. Next, there is a ribbon cable that connects to the touchpad, which needs to be removed. There's also a cable connecting to the bottom of the system board, held down by pet tape. Lift the pet tape. Don't fret, you can replace this pet tape with simple electrical tape. If you damage the tape, it's just tape, don't worry about it. Now you will be able to now remove this wire from the connector, which will free up the system board. There is next a second ribbon cable which is overlapping the speaker wire, which also needs to be disconnected. Also, you must disconnect a black and white wire leading to the touchpad board, which will also free up the system board. You must also disconnect the single antenna. There is a tutorial I will link in this video. And then there is a silver clip which you must remove the wireless wires, which runs the top of the system board. Remove this silver clip and you will be able to remove the white wire. And there you go, you have freed up your main chassis. Thank you for tuning in. Part 2 will show you how to remove the main system board from the main chassis as well as strip the system board.
Thanks for watching today. For more repair videos, click the link below. And remember, if you have a screwdriver, you can fix a computer.